Drama is brewing amongst the Fab Five, the Michigan freshman team that went to back-to-back NCAA championships. Chris Webber famously known for the timeout call, but they didn't have any timeouts. Oh my God, I'm sure he beats himself up over that every single day. But Jalen Rose and Chris Webber have a little bit of a beef. It seems like we love talking about the social commentary when two great NBA players start going at it with each other. So let's first take a listen to what Chris Webber had to say on the Dan Patrick Show.
I made an agreement when I joined the Fab Five not to be above the group. It was a chance to be above the group. You know, it was a chance to follow all that, and I have stayed consistently as a member. No one's above the other. And it's just disheartening when you pay attention to those rules for 20-plus years. And somebody wants to be Hollywood and make it about them. It's just, I've sat, here and, heard people on the dock say I called the timeout on purpose. How could you do that? Now, 20 years ago when I went to the league, we didn't mention it. It was a young 20-year-old crying in the back of the van saying, I'm coming back, we're going to win a championship for everyone. That's what that was. And so to hear people now, just to be famous, no one ever loved the Fab Five. So why would you use us to tell stories to get that fake love now? Our whole heart was in not being loved.
I love the honesty that Chris Webber brings to the Dan Patrick Show when he was talking about, like, why would you love us? We didn't want to be loved. We were hated. Like, that was what drove us. Great documentary, ESPN 30 for 30 on it. That surely does show more of the lighthearted, fun side of Jalen Rose and Juwan Howard. Of course, Chris Webber, who is the beast of that team. But Jalen does not agree. Jalen has some words for Chris Webber, and we're going to throw to two quotes of that. Jalen, his response: one dude traveled, then called timeout. One dude lied to a grand jury and hasn't apologized. One dude tried to circumvent the documentary to HBO. One dude ignored multiple requests from everyone involved after agreeing to participate. One dude played like Obama and sat in a suite during Michigan's recent title game. One dude slandered Ed Martin after all he did for him and his family. One dude is not in contact with the other four, my favorite part of the quote, which is all good. One dude has been doing a rebuttal doc for 4 years. One dude clearly is delusional and still in denial. Congrats on your amazing success. Respect has no price. Man up. Fighting words from Jalen Rose. Obviously, these guys doesn't seem to be in contact with each other, but I'm curiously what you think. Are you in agreement with Chris Webber on this one, that the Fab Five wasn't loved and that was what drove them? Or do you think that Jalen's right in calling out Chris Webber for, trying to make this more about what what Chris Webber did, opposed to what the rest of the team has gone on to do for the next 20 years?
I am in complete agreement with Jalen Rose. Chris Webber, he's a character. The way he was just talking about Jalen, even though he didn't necessarily drop his name, it was bad. It was bad. He said that Jalen was acting Hollywood, but if you really want to think about it, I would say that Chris Webber was acting Hollywood with not sitting with the Fab Five during the Michigan game, I believe the national title game a few years back. So that's pretty Hollywood if you ask me. And I don't really, as a person, Chris Webber, I'm a little iffy on him. Also because of Ed Martin. With Ed Martin, his booster, when he was in school, he kind of, he shunned him. He just stopped talking to him after he became a big-time player in the NBA. After, as Jalen has stated, he helped his family. He helped, put clothes on his back, feed him, whatever the case may be. He helped him, nevertheless. And after he made it as a big-time player, he didn't acknowledge him. And I don't respect that. And I think that feeds into Chris Webber's personality. So I'm going to definitely go.
And I mean, we know that Jalen isn't afraid to tell it as it is, as we've seen him from Bill Simmons' podcast. We've seen him on NBA, ESPN coverage, all of that. I do think that it's not that Chris is delusional. I think that maybe just Chris Webber's a dick. And he has kept his persona since he was on that Fab Five, and he still probably uses that to motivate him even nowadays, because we know when he came into the league, when he came into the NBA, he was a troublesome player. He constantly wasn't really getting into so much trouble off the court as he really was on the court. The similarities, not in game, but personality to DeMarcus Cousins, always came out, maybe because they were both kings, maybe because they're both tremendous talents, but they really are there. In terms of, the Fab Five and what they brought to basketball, at least college basketball, it gave a lot of, as much as the hate was there, I was obsessed with them when I look back and watch their highlights and watch everything they did, because I love the idea of a bad boy group. I love the idea that they were against the grain, and nobody likes Christian Laettner. Let's be real here. So when it comes down to it, push comes to shove, maybe Chris is just a dick. Lee, as always, thanks for joining us here on TYT Sports. Make sure to check out Lee over at 120 Sports. You can download the app on the App Store, on iPhones, on just about anything nowadays. There's a website, too. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below regarding Chris Webber. Is he delusional? Is he a dick? Is Jalen delusional? Is Jalen a dick? Are they both dicks? We can go back and forth with this for days. Leave all your thoughts in the comments section below, and as always, don't forget to subscribe.